How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? It's been a long time, friends. My apologies. I've been having some traveling challenges, as I told you in another video that I've been traveling. And then I had some challenges with traveling and immigration officers and all of that crap. But, anyways, we are here, we are back. And I wanted to talk to you about the pending trade war between the United States of America and absolutely everyone. And it turns out that the president of these United States of America, John Donald Trump, has instituted trade tariffs on almost every country in the world. Well, obviously not every country in the world, but you know what I mean. And the people are losing their mind. There's a lot of chatter about that, about his anti-trade, isolationist, and all of that stuff. He's destroying relationships with allies and all of that. And my view is that these tariffs are 100% justified. You know why they're justified? They're justified because almost, if not all of these countries that Trump has instituted tariffs on, have tariffs of some sort on U.S. goods and products. And sometimes even double the rate that he is instituting on these countries. So for me, then the question then becomes, how do you guys think it is justifiable for you to charge American companies tariffs, but when they are charging you tariffs, that's not acceptable? Guys, be reasonable. Let's be reasonable. I mean, if you look at a country like South Africa, for instance, that has tariffs on US goods up to 40% in some instances. I know at least 40% for instance with regards to cars and other finished products, which is why cars and laptops and cell phones are so expensive in South Africa compared to if I'm buying them in Paris, or for instance if I'm buying them in the US. It's because of the tariffs the South African government has on American goods. So also the EU as well has a lot of tariffs on many American goods. And the question for me then is that, why is this okay, but it's not okay for America to impose tariffs on your goods? And with the EU in particular, the EU was established and instituted for the very purpose of screwing everyone over. Because these European countries outside of Germany, France, and the UK have such small economies that they just can't compete with anyone. So the only way that these countries would compete was to actually form this union of nations that collectively screws over the rest of the world. I know that Trump says that the EU was put in place for the sole purpose of screwing over the US. I think the truth is more like for the sole purpose of screwing over everyone. So really, guys, put aside the fact that you hate Trump. A lot of you hate Trump. I suppose we get that. But at the end of the day, the only sensible person in this entire thing was maybe Modi of India, who, when Trump announced these tariffs maybe a month ago, he went on and removed all tariffs that India has had in the past 20 years on American goods and services for the sole purpose of protecting Indian goods because they want to send Indian goods and products to the US. Therefore, he had to remove these tariffs that they had on American goods. And subsequently, India is not going to suffer the same consequences that everyone else is suffering because of the tariffs that they have on American goods. If you don't want tariffs on your goods when you're sending them to the US, start by removing tariffs on American goods when they are sent into your country. That is what is called reciprocal trade, which is what Trump is pushing, which is what I stand firmly 100% behind. I'm not going to go into the discussions of what this is going to destroy the American economy. This is hurting this is hurting the consumer. Yeah. It's hurting the consumer. You've been pushing this, it's going to hurt the consumer bullshit for the past 50 years while you are hallowing and destroying American cities. Detroit used to be the largest auto manufacturer in the world. Now it's a ghost city because of your bullshit policies of saying, no, this is going to destroy the consumer. While a lot of you are making money in China or in India or elsewhere and sending these goods tariff-free into the United States of America. No, it ends here. And a lot of you, your positions that you are pushing about how this is going to destroy the American consumer, it's not an economics-based position. It's a selfish position because you are making money by producing things in the rest of the world and then selling them to the American consumer. It ends right here. Comments, thoughts below. See you next time.